Well, we are at least back up at this point, and hopefully the internet issues are long behind us. Those just joining, it was, I believe, 6-1 when the stream kind of crapped out, internet issues, and Streamlabs decided to reboot and do an update in the middle of me trying to fix it on the second reboot. So here we are. Third time's the charm. It appears like everything is running smoothly now, and I have solid internet. And Roman's on the road to a comeback here. He can only tie and retain 1 point. All Rudder needs to do is take out one leg. This match will be over. Paul will gain with 2 points, which is very much needed in this stage of the game so far in our second session. The Philadelphia Premier League. I'm going to have a little guest microphone appearance here. The one and only Eggy. Looking at the women's matches around the room, Colleen Russell just took a 3-1 lead on Katrina Dolan, and Steph Worm leads Lil Ramos 3-1. On the Premier League side of things, we have Mike Camp beats Jeff Marinucci 8-0, and Drew Anuski beats John Holland 8-0. Camp throwing an 85 to Nucci's 76, and Drew Anuski throwing a 79 to John Holland's 64. Back to the game at hand here. Roman is finishing the way that Rudder started. Paul holds throw here. It's a very important hold of throw for him if he wants to get the 2 points. No points are bad in the Premier League, but it does sting when you are first to 7 and don't come away with the point. The extra point, I should say, the 2 points. It seems to have found his groove, brought his average up for. Well, when we went upstream, is around the 58 to 60 range. He's way up 68 now. All staying steady, pretty much 70 the whole match. I'll look at my schedule here and see what we got coming up next. Missing Clint tonight, and that's going to affect what I call next. Let's see what the people want. Your options are Paul Rudder, Mike Camp, John Mead, Roman Simic, or Jeff Marinucci and John Holland. I'll rifle through the comments here. Already made up my mind for our third match for the night. Paul Rudder first. Double digits. Had a chance there, but I'll leave himself with a 70 left. Single double for Rudder here. End the match. Big sigh of relief from Paul Rudder there. 2 dart, 60 out. And he's going to win 8-5, take 2 much-needed points in his standing. We're going to be right back. I'm going to set up some more matches here, plug in some tablets. Let me know in the comments who you guys want to see next. Options again are Paul Rudder and Mike Camp, Roman Simic, John Mead, or John Holland and Jeff Marinucci. I will be right back. John and Jeff is what we're doing, Scotty. Good call. Originally, I called the match the right side of your screen, Roman and John Mead. Roman didn't want to be twice on the same board. He wanted to shuffle. So we're going to exactly what we're going to do. Everybody's on a fresh board. See if I can pull up the standings and wing it right now. So John Mead and Clint Ellingsworth stay where they are because they did not win. Sorry, they did not play a match in the first wave. Paul Rudder moves up to 10, but John will still hold the tiebreaker, I believe, on head-to-head, but he also has leg differential. So John's still sitting at 5th place. Paul Rudder is still in 6th place. John Holland's still in 8th. Clint remains in 7th. Jeff is still in 4th. And the only change we have here is Drew Anelski moves into 3rd place. Roman Simic moves down to... Sorry, Drew Anelski moves into 2nd place. Roman Simic moves down to 3rd place. So it's still tight at the top. You're looking at Camp with 16, Drew with 15, Roman with 14, Jeff Marinucci with 11, John Mead and Paul Rudder with 10, Clint Ellingsworth and John Holland with 6. And again, this wave, or session, I should say, is top 4 advanced. The remaining 4 are cut, eliminated, however you want to say it. Playing for Premier League final that we shot here at Columbia Social Club on stage. Try to put on a big show. On the women's side over here, take a peek back over. Colleen Russell leads Katrina Dolan 5-1, out shooting her with a 54 to a 48. And Stephanie Warman and Lil Ramos. Steph leads 4-3 over Lil. Averages are basically even. It's a back and forth match. Again, that is a best of 10. Your bomb, John. What's wrong? John Holland's a class act. Keep his drink off the camera. Very respectful dart shooter. Looking at the women's side of things here, Colleen is your point leader after stage 1. And seeing as she's already the first to 5 legs, she's going to go to 12 no matter what, potentially 13, depending on what Katrina does here. Katrina is in 6th place at 5 points. Steph Warman is in 5th place with 8 points. Lil Ramos is in 2nd with 10. And they, again, for 3 in favor of Steph Warman. If Stephanie were to win the game, she'd go up to 10 points and be tied with Lil. I'm going to have to check what stage 1 innings were. It's not readily available to me. I will find it. Guys warm up. Try to give you a breakdown on the Women's Premier League side. Can't find, so all right, we're going to have to search for it. Do it again. Why is it doing? Here we go. Tiebreaker. 1. So Lil holds the first head-to-head at 5-3. So Stephanie has to pull this one out here. Just made it 5-3. She will essentially null and void the head-to-head advantage for Lil, and it'll go down to leg differential. Real quick. Lil holds the advantage in leg differential. Should Stephanie win? Women's getting tight. Everyone's separated. Only a handful of points here. And equally so. It's gonna be interesting down the stretch here. We got 2 more weeks. Sprinkling some makeup matches here. We start wave 2 here in night 1 of stage 2. Elsewhere around the hall, Mike Camp leads Paul Rudder 2-0, and Roman Simic picking up where he left off. Starting strong on John Mead, he leads 1-0. Back 60s to open. Like a couple boxers trading jabs to start. $55 there by Jeff. Now we got Johnny. And John's recap from his last match. He didn't shoot particularly bad. It's just Juranuski was on a whole different pace than he was. And same goes for Jeff Marinucci. I mean, losing the guys that shot 85 and 79 respectively, that's a tall order to keep up with. Not bad dart. Oof. Big darts there from John Holland. He's disappointed with the 125, but the first 2 were very pretty. Left himself a lot of real estate up there in the 20 area. Just right back at Jeff Marinucci, who comes up with some very pedestrian darts. He scored there. 20-point difference. Nucci is first to the outshot. Holland's going to have some work to do. Nucci electing to go for the big fish when he didn't need to. And I think that's a 3rd dart triple in the 18. Sure. 32 scored. Great lead there by Jeff Marinucci. He's all over that trip 20 right now. It is leg 1. Nucci did lead off. 32 to 101. Jeff Marinucci requires double 16, now double 8. He does the second dart. 20 dart leg there for Jeff Marinucci, and he's on the board 1-0. Johnny Dial ahead with some huge opening darts. 140 scored. Huge answers with a ton. A little back and forth early. Back to back 140s for John Holland. Nucci looking to keep pace here. Another ton. John Holland looking to set up here. 80-point advantage. Unscored. 121 remains. John Holland first to the outshot. Only took him 9 darts to get a look at an outshot. Great start of the leg for John. A good bounce back. But Nooch is coming right on his heels. Bad kiss there at the end. He's going to take an 81. So John has some darts to play with here. You don't want to be too slow with it. But with Nooch not in an outshot. 29 scored. Very recoverable. 49. Himself 72. Very manageable outshot. Good third dart triple there. Apply some pressure. He's now at 116. John Holland looking at a 72. John, what's your route? You going 16s? You going 12s? Going 18s? No, he's looking at 12. Left himself a 67. The benefit of going for trip 17 right now is it still gives you double bowl should you miss and hit a single. He's still gonna not happy. I was at double bowl, but still left himself a 32 left. Which is likely going the 20 route as opposed to the 19. And the 5 just crushed his chances of taking this leg out on this turn. 24 laying in the board. 1 dart in hand. Single 20. John Holland, 1 dart, double 16, and we are tied 1-1. So Jeff Marinucci opens with a 20 dart leg. John Holland comes right back with a 16 dart leg. Here we go. Big 140 there from Jeff Marinucci to open. He's going to walk it off now. He's a little upset by how he shot in that last leg, I guess. Big kiss off that plate there. Sends it into the 5 for 45 scored. A wayward there from Jeff Marinucci after the 140. Just 41. Now Holland with a chance to feed into this lead. Good third dart triple there. 83 scored. Thank everyone for tuning in tonight for the Premier League stream. As a just high. I must have said something I don't know that I want to say on my stream, even though I know I could. Apologize for the earlier delays during our first match of Roman Simic and Paul Rudder. We can't control the internet here, although we did our best to fix it. It's the steroids Bill working on Facebook. That's good, Bill. I like that. John's just missing triples in this leg right here. He's just being a little relentless up top in this leg. We've had a 20 leg dart, a 16 leg dart, and Jeff Marinucci says, hold my beer with a 14 leg dart, and he's going to lead 2-1. Around the hall right now, outside of the match, you see on your screens right now, Mike Camp leads Paul Rudder 4-1. Roman Simic leads John Mead 3-0. Mike Camp shooting an 89 to Paul Rudder's 75. As a reminder, Camp threw an 85 against Nooch. First slated matches tonight. Someone's feeling good tonight. Women's side of things. I can't find where those matches went. Colleen Russell defeats Katrina Dole in 6-1. And Steph Werman defeats Lo Ramos 6-3. I'm going to go get those women set up. So I'm going to leave the mic on. You're going to hear some background noise, hopefully. So as a reminder, East Coast Darts does not own the rights to any of this music. It is the Touch Tunes. Please don't sue me. Don't use that door. Amazing people don't follow instructions. Kitchen door is off limits. Dart looks in. This 3-1 Nucci's going to lead off in leg 5. John Mead is on the board. He trails Roman Simic 4-1. And Mike Camp has a 5-2 lead. In here. I don't feel the need to call this match out. It's just back and forth the whole way through. Johnny really finding a groove here in leg 5. Filling up the lipstick there. Oh, great 140 either way. John's first to the out shot here. You have the best view in the house, and you know what? Sometimes I can't even tell where the darts go. A reminder, if you have a smart TV that has YouTube, that's how I would recommend to watch this. Pull it up on your 50, 60-inch TV. Forward there. For those at home that aren't picking up the ambient noise, Columbia waxed the floors or something because everyone's walking around. Their shoes are squeaking. No matter what they do, it's quite distracting. Top. And he does it. Good composure there by Johnny. Steps away, collects himself. It's the 17 double top, and now it's 3-2. John Holland will lead off with a chance to tie it. Essentially force a restart at 3-3. Great bounce back game for both shooters at this point. Both lost 8-0 in their first match tonight, and they are firing, going back and forth here. Very few miscues. As a reminder, Jamal Pegg is on vacation this week. He will be back next week. You don't have to listen to me anymore. Good second and third dart there by John for a 125 scored. Nooch is looking to answer. He's going to do just that. 100 scored. I think he caught that 20 there. 95. 95 it is. Yeah, they say you really shouldn't throw it at the triple 20. You should throw right above it. Try to guide it in. Seems like every dart that Jeff Marinucci throws is aimed directly at the center of the triple 20. He won there for John. First to the outshot. Leaves himself to Shanghai. 81 there for Nooch. Not going to be an outshot, so this is John's leg. He can either take it here or just give himself a nice, easy setup. 60 left for the game. Oh, he's just going to leave himself a double 10 though. So Jeff cannot take this leg out with these 3 darts. All he can do is set up and apply pressure. That's a good start. 110 left. Leave himself at 90. Yeah. I'm being honest here. Rang the wrong score in. John takes it out with his third dart at double 5. 18 dart leg for John Holland. We're tied at 3-3, folks. 8 legs left. Should we need them all? Basically the reset button. Now we play a best of 8. Nucci comes out firing. 140 to start for Jeff Marinucci. Down with 41. Not the start he was looking for here in leg 7. That is a 60. Oh, 41. Back-to-back 41s here for John. Got a 100-point lead here from Nuke. 99 to be exact. 60 scored. Down to 260. $43 scored. Like when John was shooting a little bit slower, more composed. He was hitting the numbers he wanted. Seems like his pace has quickened. Nuke is a very fast shooter. 100 scored for Jeff. He's first to the outshot. Recap around the room. While we're here in leg 7 over here, Mike Camp leads Paul Rudder 7-4. Roman Simic leads John Mead 5-3. Roman did drop 2 points to Paul Rudder in our last match on stream. They may be making them up at the expense of John Mead. Right to the right of your screens, you can see that in the background. Ooh, fancy little 115 out there for Jeff Marinucci. Wasted no time. Everyone saw that little skip he had back to his beer and his talcum powder bag. It's the guns for the camera. One of a kind, I'll give him that. One of a kind. 45 scored here for John Holland. There he is. As most would say, huge darts from Johnny Holland. Might be the jump start he needs here in leg 8. Nucci caught that, or is that under? 100 scored? Nope, that's in. $44 scored. Looking at 130. He's going to set himself up. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet here. There's no music playing, so everybody can hear everything that I'm saying. Smart play by John there. Just leave him, set himself up at double top. H way back. No rush, just Make sure you set yourself up at the right number. Oh, it's there at the double 10. 14 remaining. And Nooch with a chance at a 140. $80, 60 left. Take his time, set up double top. John with a 14. Likely going to throw one right at it to start. Gonna break it up now, probably. Double two. And he picks it. Or play by Johnny Allen there. Wasn't gonna risk not being able to close. He's just gonna do the setup shot for a more desirable out. And we're tied 4-4. Still no music, so I'm just gonna sit here and keep on whispering to you guys. Looking like, yep, that match is over. We're gonna do a refresh. It's looking like an 8-5 finish. Mike Camp over Paul Rudder. Paul shot great match though. His win against Roman, he was around a 70. He threw a 76 against Camp. Camp with an 83. It was 8-5. He did take points out of one of our top four tonight already. A reminder, our final game on stream tonight is going to be Drew Anelski and John Mead. Mead currently is forward to Roman Simic on the board behind you. And here, check my schedule. If Camp has one more match tonight. I think he does, and I think it's against Roman. He does. He will play Roman Simic. Final match of the evening. Uranowski John Mead will be on stream. Jeff Marinucci and Paul Rudder will play elsewhere in the hall. Ladies are warming up right now. We have a unscheduled match. They are shooting ahead due to a vacation and injury. So Lil Ramos and Colleen Russell are going to shoot ahead tonight. Their background there. If you look just to the inside of that board camera right there, they're getting ready to start right there. And on the other side of the hall, Steph Werman and Katrina Dolan are going to be their matches for the night. Take the standings up. We're going to have some makeup matches. Down with the 96 there. Huge misses on the double 16. $180 left. First start in, and it's 5-4. Jeff Marinucci looking to close the gap again. Been a very back and forth match. Both shooter protecting their throw. Mix in a couple of breaks here tonight.
Never sheep or anything.
Usually, where's the pizza? Pizza? You probably got the text message alert when it was delivered.
Yeah, sheep.
All-time great Premier League memory. Interview's over.
I already ate my taco.
Having my homemade Taco Bell tomorrow. Little crunch wrap at home. Back to the action is me and Camp are both large individuals and like Taco Bell. Unlike most of this match here, John Holland's on the move when it's his throw. Third dart triple there by John. Be the first of the out shot in leg 10. Scored there for Nooch. You see by the way he grabbed his darts, he's not happy. I'm not too particularly thrilled. He has a 35 land. He's got 95 left. He knows the math. He's thinking about what he wants to do here. Smart pull at the bowl. I like that move. Set yourself up with something more routine. Both our women's matches are underway now. I'm going to switch back over the remaining of Roman Simic leads. Oh, there we go. Looks like it's over. Roman Simic's going to defeat John Mead 8-4. As John Holland wires the double 20. Tie this up at 5-5. Good to get another trip at the line as Nooch is still back at 216. Here we are again. Tied up. Best of 4 now. Either one is letting up the gas on their hold of throw. And he starts strong with a ton to Nooch's 60. No update yet for the women. Around, it looks like they're honing in on the out shots for leg 1 in both matches. Jeff Marinucci fired him in there for a big 140. He scored there for John, and we have a little bit of flip-flopping in the scoreboard here. Good third dart triple there for Nooch. Slight adjustment at the line, too, to get a little bit of a window in there. Started strong with the first start, let the other two taper into the one. Like the blocker John has there at the triple 20. Moves downstairs. Trips 19 for him. Excuse me, 67 scored for Jeff Marinucci. Not an ideal setup for him, but he's got a substantial lead here. 45 scored for John. You can see the frustration on his face. He was in control earlier this leg. Nucci took it back. That is a double 13. Leaves him with a 27 left. 2 darts in hand. God, I'm not zooming in on the cameras because I don't know which way he's going to go. I don't know if he goes 312. I'm just going to take the 7 double 10. And he does it. And just like that, it's 6-5 again. Recovery with his second 2 darts there is Jeff Marinucci. 125 scored. However, you're not wrong. It's been a very good back and forth match this whole best of 14 legs that we've seen so far. That is a tight group right under the wire. He doesn't really punish him much there. Okay, I stand corrected. I didn't realize I was in the trip. Holland fires right back with a big 140. Each with a ton. He's gonna be the first to the outshot here. He's gonna leave himself a big fish. Better than nothing. Each with a 15 laying. It's a 116 left with 2 darts. 95 scored. Oh, 55. Well, that looked like a dead triple 20 to me. What are you laying? 1 dart in hand? Like 60. Leave yourself 110. Huge. 76 left. Where are you going with it? Down on with a chance. He holds through and a chance to steal here. Likely see a 10 first. Right on the wire. Right on the wire. Oh, God. Each with another chance. Gonna line it up. First start in. Nuge first to 7. He will lead off in this next leg. Automatically receives a point. The worst he can do is tie here. Back and forth we go here. Back tons here for. Oh, I thought that was a 140. I thought I saw something. $83 for John. $24. $60 for John here. Another 60. $118 required. 2 darts in hand. Not being able to do it this trip to the line. All he can do is set up. He's going to limit himself to 78. John can knock it out. 45? I think I need to go to the eye doctor again. $38 by John. Jeff Marinucci can take it out now. He can set up. 60 left. And he's way up by the 0 on the 20 on that last one, but he's going to get another chance at the line. Frustration here from John, 1922 scored, excuse me. That's going to do it. Well, it was a very back and forth match. I don't know how many ties we had throughout the process of it. One wayward dart there by John in leg 12 to make it 6-6. 5-5, I forget which one it was now. It was to make it 6-6, and that's your difference right now. But congratulations, Jeff Marinucci, and then we will have John is done tonight. He will have a makeup match with Clint Ellingsworth later in the season, and I'm gonna start setting up the matches on the other boards now, and we'll be back with Drew Anelski and John Mead. Right, we got some jersey on jersey action as they start to cork up here. Last wave of matches tonight. Mike Camp leads Roman Simic 1-0. Jeff Marinucci's taking a break. He will play Paul Rudder. The Women's Premier League side. Colleen Russell, Lil Ramos tied at 2-2. Steph Werman, Katrina Dolan are tied at 1-1. Strong matches from the women. The leaderboard's going to be shaken up a little bit today. Extra pressure on Philomena Rose and Brittany Jasinski, who both had a miss tonight. Because unfortunately for them, I should say unfortunately for Philomena, although she does have the games in hand, she has been bumped out of the top 4 with Stephanie's win here tonight. Brittany remains in 4th place as of now. If Stephanie were to beat Katrina and Lil were to lose to Colleen, Stephanie takes a firm number 2 position. Now, if Lil is able to win that match and Stephanie were to win, they would both sit at 12. Katrina would move up into 7 points and be a game and a half, perhaps. I'm not sure how the head-to-heads work with Brittany and Philomena. But beating them would certainly shake up the standings on the Women's Premier League side. Back to the action here. John starting off slow, coming out of his last match against Roman. Drew's just doing Drew things. Near 80 average. Now it's an 80 average. 15 darts. Wires 97. John back in no man's land. Not going to be enough to get to an outshot. Andrew Koleski, one of our great sponsors at the Robert Morris Inn. Thank you for joining. Drew Anuski. 3 darts, 97. 1-0 lead. John at a slight disadvantage tonight, not having a game 1. Went in cold against Roman. Please understand when I say cold, that doesn't mean he didn't warm up. Just wasn't coming out of a match. Roman coming out of a nail biter against Paul Rudder. Drew Anuski did not have a second match tonight, so Drew's been sitting around here for about an hour waiting on this one. Big 140 there by Drew Anuski. John seems to have found some footing here. Something to build off of. He did lead off this leg. He's going right back at it. He's looking for that third dart triple. Couldn't find it. Still a ton scored. Not enough for now. Drew Anuski. $85 scored. It's enough for an outshot. He's going to be the first one to the out against the throw. Third dart triple there from what Michael Nolte would refer to as Father Mortimer. You hear all that background noise, the chairs dragging. That's Jeff Marinucci, who forgot to take his muscle milk. Good look by Dronowski there. Definitely not an 11. Probable. Ooh. On target, just a bit outside. Drew with a double 18 and a 2-0 lead. Truly one of a kind, Jeff Marinucci. John Mead here. 25 remaining. Double 8. And he does it. We're tied at 1-1. We're off to a good start in this final match of the night. Dronowski's going to lead off with a 140. On the women's side of things, Lo Ramos has taken a 3-2 lead on Colleen Russell. Katrina Dawn has taken a 2-1 lead on Stephanie Werman. Roman Simic and Mike Camp are both tied at 2-2. Roman Simic shooting an 88 as of right now to Mike Camp's 85. Paul Rudder and Jeff Marinucci just starting. Of course, this match at 1-1. These guys are firing back and forth. You're seeing the averages start to creep up here. 1 point difference through 6 starts. Switching down to the bullseye. Unscored. Drew's first to the outshot. Only needed 9 darts to do it. Looking for that 95. He's just high on that last dart. All over it. Just not in the triple. 7 left. That's right. That's correct, Matt. That's going to leave him a 70. And here comes Mead. Little back kiss there at the end. And two of the 3 legs here. John has left himself with a double bullseye. I don't know if that's his intention or where he wants to be, but that's the case. And both times he's come up short, but he's picked the green side of it. Drew just floats out in the no man's land. John Mead with a 25. He did 9-8 last time. He did 9-8 this time. 2-1 lead and a big break of throw for John Mead. Fantastic start to this match here. Around the room, Roman Simic has taken a 3-2 lead on Mike Camp. We'll keep you updated on standings as we go throughout this Premier League, but race for the top 4 is getting tighter and tighter. Changing of hands tonight. Drew, excuse me, Paul Rudder is able to take another win tonight off Jeff Marinucci. He's going to really shake up the leaderboard. Come away with 4 points tonight. That would be a big jump. These guys are just firing back and forth. This is fun to watch. .34 scores. 77. .76 to 72 through 15 darts. 56 left. Tops we go. Just under the wire. Hard to say if Drew is out shooting John here, but he's definitely not out shooting him on the doubles. Case in point there, John Mead. Crushing the closeout shots here, and while Drew Anuski struggles. Power scoring's there for Drew. It's just closing off the game. Third dart triple there by John. .60 scored for Drew there. John seemingly taking control of this match here. Big 140 there by John. Drew's starting to lose his form a little bit here in leg 5. And John is just hammering on wayward dart on the first. Goes right back to where he started on the triple 20s. 123 scored there for John. He's going to be the first to that outshot. Only required 9 darts to do it. And Drew better pick up the pace quick or this game is going to slip away. 96 scored there. John wasting no time. It's like he's in a rush to leave. Update for the women. Lil Ramos, Colleen Russell still at 4-2. Looking over it, looks like Lil's up in the triple digits, and Colleen is down to a double-digit outshot in the teen variety. Trina Dolan has taken a 3-1 lead on Steph Werman. Mike Camp and Roman Simic. Camp leads 4-3. Bit of a comeback there. And Paul Rudder, Jeff Marinucci are tied 1-1. Back to the action here. Drew unable to hit the triple 19 to leave himself double top. And John Mead with a chance at double 10. Second dart in. And a 4-1 lead for John. He will lead off in leg number 6. He requires 4 more legs for a win, 3 more to guarantee himself at least 1 point in the standings. Camp now up 5-3. And what separates Roman and Camp right now in terms of average is .03. What a close match that's been. John Mead with a chance to fill up the lipstick. He's just going to have to settle with a 125. Poor guy. I think he caught a third dart triple there for a ton. Sure did. High on the second, low on the third, just a 60 for John Mead. And we're going to play a quick game of 246 here. He scored there for John. Drew back at the line. Will he be the first one to the outshot? And that's a good start. Big 140. Just a ton. Just a ton. $126 here. I don't know if I would have stayed there at the 20, but Drew elects to. He's going to take a 60. John Mead with a 142. 82 left. John really loves that double bull this whole match. Really taking advantage of using the bullseye. $72 scored. He went right at the double seven. He didn't even hesitate. Story of this match right now is doubles. A multitude of them by John Mead, and an absence of them by Drew and Nusky here. He's had the scoring, he just can't finish off the leg. Paul Rudder takes a 2-1 lead on Jeff Marinucci. Mike Camp has a 6-3 lead on Roman Simic, and that score is not reflective of how close that match has been. I find myself staring more at their score on the side of my screen here than I am watching this stream match, but here we are. Leg 7. Drew's going to need a flurry of